Okay. Well, welcome. Matt here with Comic Talk 616. We are here with AAA Games, talking about Shrapnel. Talking to Shrapnel. Could you introduce yourselves, please?
I'm Mark Yend. I'm head of marketing and community for Shrapnel.
Okay.
And I'm Joshua Davis, head of experience here at Shrapnel.
Okay. Excellent. So, what can you tell us about Shrapnel for people that haven't looked it up? They don't know anything about it. What's the quick version?
The elevator pitch.
The elevator pitch. I'd say elevator pitch. I didn't want to.
Yeah, perfect. Shrapnel is a first-person shooter game with extraction as its primary gameplay component. We have a strong aspect of user-generated content as part of the platform. We're targeting PC as our release platform to empower players to have the best experience with the creator tools and things of that nature. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell.
Okay, excellent. So this is there's user-generated stuff. So this is a post-apocalyptic future type of scenario.
Yeah, we actually don't refer to it as post-apocalyptic because that very quickly puts you in the epic worlds of things like Mad Max and whatnot.
Okay, yeah.
So this is much more like an asteroid hit the moon unexpectedly. Yeah. There's this 500-kilometer wide band of destruction around the Earth. Everybody's abandoned that zone, but life has gone back to normal. So it's very much kind of today as we know it. There's just been this massive natural disaster. Everybody's adapted. There's this new way of living, and people live off the zone in order to survive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Better, maybe postmodern-esque.
Yeah, it's just slightly in the future.
It's about 20 years in the future.
Yep.
And the debris that rains down from the moon onto Earth is not only dangerous, but also highly valuable.
Yep.
And so that's the motivation for soldiers to gear up, jump into a competitive atmosphere that's super, dangerous, and shoot each other in the face, try to extract with something super valuable, and whatever they extract, they get to keep.
Yeah.
So with the user-generated stuff, what kind of things can users generate? So they can. Can they generate armor, gun?
Yeah, so there's a couple of components, right? What we do know is players like to express themselves, and players like to have a hand in the gameplay experiences that they're having, right? So we have a vanity tool that allows players to create things like weapon skins and custom patches and stuff that lets them self-represent and sort of express in-game. And then that will expand over time as the tooling for that expands. And then we have a map creator that allows players to actually build maps using prefabs that we provide so they're performant and they work well and they fit in our world. But they can build super long maps, pinch point maps, very vertical gameplay. However you want to play, you can build maps for that. And then we allow users to compact that down into a single asset because we use blockchain technology, and they can put that in the marketplace and then transact with each other. So you can buy and sell the vanity items and represent how you want to represent, or buy and sell maps. Yeah.
So in some shooters you can buy different guns from manufacturers in the game.
Yep.
In this, it seems like you can become the manufacturer if you wanted to.
Yeah, and we have both. We have the default sort of gear creators and builders that are part of the fiction, right? We'll have a couple of companies that are making all the weaponry that you're able to consume. But as a player, you're able to craft sort of your own version of a weapon and then create your own skin for that weapon. You can then sell those to each other, buy them from each other. So you can be an arms manufacturer if you want, create cool stuff and sell it to your friends.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So there will be premium content that our dev team continues to make and put into the game. And then everything that we use to make those premium items, we'll make those tools available to the players. So if they want to dabble and try their hand at a weapon skin or a map, they can be part of it.
That's awesome, because I know a lot of the appeal of games like Halo was that you could make your own map, especially the later ones, and that was always really fun to do.
Yeah.
So the ability to do that and to actually have other people internationally play through it, or to even get some kind of credit in the game for that.
We've actually both worked on Halo games.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you want to talk briefly about that?
Yeah, so many years ago, I sort of worked with the Halo Waypoint team, and we brought online like Spartan companies and Spartan company profiles and those sorts of things, and supported the game in the curation of bringing gameplay out of the game onto the web, and sort of brought the web forward into what became sort of Waypoint 2.0. We call it the lighter years, where we introduced the encyclopedia and some other really cool features, and that team has gone on to make an absolutely amazing update just recently to build on top of that and keep that lore going. So it was very, very fortunate to be a part of that.
That's great. That is fantastic. So I saw that you had some comics to go along with it.
Yeah, man.
And, at Comic Talk, we can't not talk about the comics.
That's why we're here at Comic-Con, baby. Let's talk about comics.
You got a couple of them here. So this is here.
Yeah, just hold it up.
I'll hold it up. There we go.
This is an Ashcan. This is a preview issue that really gives you the first 5 pages of the first 4 books in the 5-book series.
Okay.
Each book is 20 pages long, just like this one, and they are 5 individual backstories of operators that go in and compete in the sacrifice zone. And it's kind of talks about, it kind of sets up their motivation and sets up some of the world building aspects of the game and how the human element, the emotional element, motivates players to play.
Okay. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, the reason we got into the comic space and created these comics is making AAA quality video games is really hard, and it takes a really long time. And part of the way that we're trying as Shrapnel Studio to make this game is we're moving away from the old school method, sort of the Web 2 method of you go announce you're making a game, you disappear for 2 years, you come back and you show some vertical slice or cool trailer, you disappear for another 2 years, you come back and you may or may not have made something that remotely resembles the thing you told your fans you were going to build. So with this, the approach we took is we want to tell players what we're playing, tell players what we're making, then build a community and get players to come and involve themselves in the creation in a very transparent way. So because it takes so long to make a game of that nature, the type of game that we're trying to make, we thought to help build the world, to help engage the community, to help get them involved in creating the story with us and creating the game with us, that putting the comics together would allow us to tell the stories of the world that is Shrapnel. So the comics run the span of the entire experience, starting at what we call initial Earthfall. So asteroid comes out of the South Pole, nobody expected it, it smashes into the moon, as Mark said, raining debris down on the Earth, and that happened in like 2038. And then over the course of the books and over the course of about 10, 12 years, we end up at the last book, book 5, where all of these characters sort of come back together in a bit of a kerfuffly adventure into the zone.
It's an extraction mission.
And that's Mark's book, yep. You go on an extraction mission. And so that kind of tells that whole story and leads up to the point where once players are able to put their hands on the game, they may or may not jump in at that point. We don't know yet. We're looking forward to our community helping us understand what they want.
Oh, awesome! I like that it's community driven. That's really
100%.
That's really great because I know that sometimes you'll go through a game, you know, and some people they'll read through the whole lore, they'll read the whole codex. Some people won't even know. They're like, oh, there's a story?
Yeah. Shooting! I want shooting!
Yeah.
We have shooting!
And the community reaction has been awesome.
Yeah, we have such an awesome community.
We've got like 29,000 people in our Discord already without even launching a game. We've got about 22,000 and plus following us on Twitter. And it's so great to see them just wanting these comics so badly, and they're invested in these characters. They know the names of the characters. They kind of know the brief bio of the characters. They've seen some of the cover art, and they're actually, our Discord community is jealous of Comic-Con. They're like, I want that swag.
They want to come.
I want this issue. Send it to me, mail it to me, I'll pay the postage, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's so fun and so exciting and energizing and inspiring for us as a dev team to feel that energy and just go and double down on the comics, to double down on conferences like this, and hiring and making the actual game. It's really exceptional.
That's really, really cool. Let's see. So we've so gameplay wise, what is this going to be like an open world type thing, or is it going to be more of a matches?
No, it'll be more of matches. You're gonna
contain map area.
So you'll drop into you'll load in with your crew. You'll go sort of through the door into game. and then you'll have to survive what could be a 45-minute gameplay session. Where it's sort of everybody against everybody. You can clan up and build loot and create relationships with people. We call those MEFs, military extraction forces. And sort of that's your way to clan up. And so that's really what the gameplay is about. The design team, game design team we have is a formidable group of designers, best of the best, that are doing some really incredible things, and I don't want to spoil too much of it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Check out the Discords. They're going to start talking about what they're doing in much more detail here soon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Our design team actually has pedigree from Tom Clancy Ghost Recon, from Ghost of Tsushima, from
Call of Duty.
Yeah, there's Halo.
I saw Halo.
Forza.
Call of Duty.
Yep.
Red Faction Guerrilla.
Yep.
Like our game designers are.
They're
the
top
best.
tier.
Yeah,
They're top tier.
Some of the best in the business.
And the incredible thing about the team at Shrapnel, right? We have the original founding group, and then the crew that is the initial group that came together in that studio. All of us, in one way or another, have worked together over the last 20 years of our career. The collection of people in the studio has probably 120 plus AAA level video games shipped on our resumes. The amazing aspect that all of that pedigree brings to the table is we know how to make games. That's actually not really the hard part from how do we do this, right? We've done it. We've done a ton of it. And we already know how to work together really well. We already know how to dance in the difficult times. And so it's going to make, when it does get spicy, which it gets spicy making games, we already know how to go solve those problems together. So it's really put us in a off on the right foot as a team to be able to go and do something as ambitious as what we're trying to do.
Yeah, no, it's really ambitious, and as I was reading it, it's incredible, honestly.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It's probably one of the coolest sounding things because of all the creator-driven stuff.
Yep.
Right.
Probably one of the better ones because there's a lot of people that get excited about a Call of Duty where they can build a loadout, but you're building off of what you're playing with a toy box essentially. But with this, it seems like you can actually make stuff your own.
Yep.
And so you could the Comic Talk guns.
Yeah.
The Comic Talk armor sets.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, for sure.
And
As
I
a
think.
lover of shooters,
Yeah.
this sounds amazing to me, and I can't wait to play it.
Well, our community is already creating stuff, so we'll give them options to give us input on the game design. We'll say, hey, do you prefer this environment? Would you rather play a first-person shooter in this environment or that environment? And they say, oh, they're both amazing. We vote with emojis in Discord, this one. We're like, okay, we're going to build that first. And then we're having stuff like fan art contests where we get more than 200 submissions of people making art inspired by our vision of the game. Amazing. And we, reward them for that with Discord roles and, other things.
Yeah.
And then fan fiction. Speaking of story and narrative and world building,
that was amazing.
We had a fan fiction contest where we said, hey, can you describe a day in the life of an operator? Which is what we did for these books.
So much epic storytelling from our community. We were blown away.
It was so good.
Here I am writing. I'm writing book 4. Marky wrote book 5. We're reading through these things that our community members who have only heard about the game from us jumped into the community. They've made it theirs. They've created these narrative moments in time about operators. And it was unreal. We had an art contest and some incredible art came out of that. We had a bunch of really top tier art. And then we did the fan fiction thing and all of the incredible stories that our fans were writing. And we're we haven't even shown them what the game looks like and they're already building these exquisite worlds. And the cool thing is we're getting inspired by the community, right? We're looking at the art they're creating and the stories they're writing and hanging out with them in the community every day, all day. We hang out in our Discord all the time. We do AMAs. It's really... as an experienced designer, back in the old days, I would have to do a bunch of design work, go run an ad on Craigslist, bring a bunch of people into the studio, do a bunch of testing at random, hope I got something good, go back and put that into the game. And now, I have an active community that I can just go pull from anytime, get real-time feedback from, get their ideas and inspirations, and it's directly influencing the work that we're doing.
Not only is it real-time, it's in every time zone.
All the time.
We've got
Real time, all the
13
time.
languages supported in our Discord.
Yeah.
And people are just chiming in from all over the place. And that's super energizing.
Yeah.
And it's been so inspiring to us that our team is let's do another batch of comics. Let's do another series of 5 comics. next year. Let's do it every year.
Let's do it every year.
You know, for as long as we're growing and as long as people are like,
Yeah.
you know, hungry for it, let's do it. Let's absolutely. It's super fun to make these.
And as we mentioned, like the pedigree of the team, you know, the founding crew spun out of HBO Interactive. We're all storytellers, and this is just one, you know, sort of foray outside of making video games. We want to tell stories, and the cool thing about Shrapnel, the world we're building, the lore of Sigma coming in and its influence on the world, there is an endless opportunity in front of us to be able to go and tell different kinds of stories in different kind of media formats just beyond the game itself. And that's a really exciting thing for us as we develop this IP. We're leaving enough space that fans can come in, co-collaborators can come in and introduce their own components to our world, and we get to tell more and more stories.
Nice. Do you think that there's some people that come in, even though they might come in that might not really play shooters, but they might come in just for the story or just for the art?
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. I mean,
I'm hoping
We'll
so.
take everyone for any reason. Bring them in.
bring them in.
Excellent.
Yeah, I mean, it's really important for us to have a place where every type of player can come, right? So if you're not a core competitive, hardcore, shoot 'em in the face, like gamer bro, you're okay. You can still come in and you can explore as a scav. You can come and start scavenging around in the corners. You can play on a very like back foot kind of way. There's a place for you to come. If you don't even play the game, but you love the world and you love the lore and you want to be a creator, you can come and engage in the creator tools and the marketplace and the ecosystem and contribute to the economy that is Shrapnel, right? You can become a curator. You can become a promoter. Those are all different roles where you can come and engage in Shrapnel in a way that isn't, I'm going to run around and shoot people in the face and have fun because I'm really bad at shooting. I'm terrible. I don't have manual dexterity, whatever. I'm terrible at shooters, right? And so there's a place for myself and anybody else that's not necessarily hardcore core competitive within Shrapnel to be a part of Shrapnel.
Nice. That is more than excellent. We're super excited. Do you have any more questions, Steve?
Do you want to go deep on some of these covers? Do you want to talk about some of the characters?
So Marky,
let's do that.
Mark produced this whole thing.
Wait, let's go in order,
Did a hero's
Yeah.
journey.
That's book 3, that's book
where,
2.
Where are we
let's
at?
go
Here,
through
let's
it
get,
one by
here's
one
book 1. Here is
That's book 1, too.
Oh yeah.
2.
So we have main covers and variant covers for each book.
Oh.
You got book 3 over there.
book
Here's
2.
book 4. Look at us being fumbling fools. No, we have not
Those
been
are
at Comic-Con
4.
for
No.
days.
Put them in order
okay.
for facing them. So this is 2,
Oh, there we go.
3. No, 1, 2,
3.
4, 3.
There you go. Yep.
3.
Yep.
That's 4. We don't
It's
have
all
a
upside
variant
down.
for this done.
It's all
yet.
weird.
Okay.
So this is the main cover and variant cover for The Last Ronin, written by Mark Long and Naomi LeCaff.
Starring Aniki, an operator named, or Aniki.
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 Aniki. This is The Long Road. This is our main and our secondary. This one was written by Colin Farram. And then this is
Starring
book
M,
3.
the operator named M.
Uh-huh. And then book 3, this is the main and variant. This was written by Dom and Steven, starring Hassan, main character. This is book 4, Family Matters, main and variant,
This is
written
Joshua
by me.
Davis, right?
Featuring Alexandra, who's a little bit of a different kind of character, a wicked
Super
shot.
tough, super badass.
Super
girl.
cool.
She's awesome.
And then, Mark, talk about your book, man. The epic book 5.
This is book 5 called Don't Look Back. The protagonist is named Alec. And this is the issue where all of these previous protagonists come together in an example extraction mission, and they go in there and risk their lives to try to get shrapnel from the sacrifice zone.
And here's something I want to call out, right? We talked about community earlier. This is a case in point, okay? And it's kind of hard to see on here. You can go see it on the key art on our website, for instance. So in our world, we have this thing called Sigma. The asteroid that hit the moon that's raining debris down carries with it pieces of the asteroid, and the pieces of the asteroid are called Sigma. Sigma is this very strange material that has sort of
or a chemical or
something, an intermixing between classic and sort of mechanical quantum physics, and it sort of starts to change some things a little bit. So what we did is we were creating a story for that. We decided that there needed to be this containment unit, right? Huge fans of Ghostbusters, Ghost Trap, this cool machine that's doing this cool shit, right? So we created this thing called the Sigma Containment Unit, and we built a couple of them. We came up with these designs. We then threw them out into the community, and we said, which one do you guys want to be the main container for our game? They voted. They picked the one that's called Codename Rabbit's Foot, and now it's here on the cover. It's featured in the key art. It's this little guy right there on his
It's
chest,
also
hanging
on
on
this
his
cover.
chest.
Hassan has it on his
So this
chest.
is where our community said, we want to pick this direction for the outcome, and we were like, hell yes, we're going with it.
It's also here on this one. That's the rabbit's foot containment unit. That little gadget he's holding up.
So this is where the community is going to help us build this world, and we're going to tell this story together. And this is a collection of Shrapnel comics.
That's very, very cool.
And man, the tier of artists that we got to work with on doing this book, Erasmus Fox was our partner on putting this together. They were an incredible partner. They got us some of the best talent. All the credit information is here on the back of each of the cards we brought for you guys in the comic book on the back page. We also show all the credits for all the comics and all of the incredible artists. I'm going to shout out mine because Phil Tan. Oh my God,
This
Phil
one's by
Tan.
Phil Tan. This
I've seen
cover's
the-
by Phil Tan.
I
I've
can't
seen the-
even
I'm seeing
believe.
like the color, the shadowing, the.
This one's by Ryan
line work.
Benjamin, who's done a ton of DC comics, and he's really, really great. Super strong.
Yeah, we got
It
top tier
does,
team.
It does a little bit, just a touch like a death stroke in a couple of the things.
Uh-huh.
It looks really cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I love that art style.
That's a really good one.
Favorites.
Cool. Man.
Absolutely.
And another example of how much we listen to our community, like this, we revealed this character, and then they said, "Oh, he has gray hair. Interesting. Why does he look like Mark?" Me.
And
then I'm like, Discord vote. Who wants me to grow a beard to look more like Alec?
And
they're
go
like,
to Comic-Con
"Yeah,
with the beard."
Go to Comic-Con with the beard. I don't normally wear a beard. I only
really?
grew it
Yeah,
because
totally.
Discord
Oh
told
my
me to
gosh.
grow a beard.
Yeah,
I thought-
Discord was like cosplay the beard, so it matches Alec, and we had a vote in
My
Discord.
wife does
Discord
not really
was
like my
yes!
beard, but Discord loves my beard.
They love the
so
beard.
I have a beard.
Because he looks like Alec.
That's
It
funny.
looks amazing.
You're very nice.
I was
Thanks.
about to bring that up. I thought they had. I thought they modeled this after
No,
you.
the inspiration
No.
went the other way. man.
Other way around.
Driven by community voting. The power of community.
That's fantastic.
So epic.
Beard belongs to Discord.
That's Discord's beard.
Well, I mean,
This is Mark End and Discord's beard.
Yes, exactly.
amazing.
We don't want to keep you
Yeah.
too much.
No worries.
Do you have any other pressing
Um,
questions?
Pressing. See what he
Other
did there?
pressing,
Pressing.
anything pressing?
Well, all
no,
questions
nothing pressing. But if people wanted to check it out, where
Yeah.
would they go? So people that just haven't, like, where do they start? Basically, where's a good place to start?
Shrapnel.com
Shrapnel.com?
is a great overview. There's awesome concept art. There's some lore and backstory that Joshua spoke about here, but if you want to read it, you can read it there.
Yep.
You can follow us on Twitter at PlayShrapnel. And then there's a link tree to all the other stuff. To join our Discord, that's really
That's
where
where
you
it's
get more
happening.
deeply engaged.
Yep.
The game is still in development, so we don't oversell this. Like, it's going to
Right.
take a while to build it, but because we're providing so many touch points with our community along the way, people are going to learn how games are made, people are going to get this value of entertainment, and they get to help us create the game and steer the project creatively.
Yep. And on the website, for people that are into blockchain, of course, those projects have implication, and so
Yeah.
you'll find our white paper up there. We spent a great deal of time thinking about the economy. We brought in a professional group of economists to help model out the economy for user-generated content aspect, where you can create to earn, basically.
Yeah.
And that's a really core component of
Yeah.
how we think Shrapnel is going to have longevity. And we put a lot of effort into making sure that our creators could come and create and then earn based on that creation.
I actually read the white paper this morning as well.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Little light reading.
A little light
With your
reading for
copy,
breakfast.
It's like 50 pages long.
No, I
Then
I browsed through it more than.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah,
see some of those
but-
details.
totally.
But I remember because this morning I read through it, and we were getting ready in the hotel room, and I burst, and I was like, "Steve, this thing's awesome!"
Oh, nice.
Cool.
You have at least one more fan, at least.
Thank you.
Or
We're
not.
doing our homework. We're really trying to build, not only partner with the best tech partners, but also we're building this on Unreal 5 engine.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the rendering quality, the lighting system, the polygon count and LOD system, the physics, all of it is going to be best in class.
Best in class.
So when we say it's a AAA game, we mean high fidelity, high quality, realistic, believable, exciting, all the bells and whistles you expect from a big game.
That's I'm so thrilled about this. I have like 10 people to tell.
Good.
Fantastic.
Because at least. So yeah, this is fantastic. So thank you very much.
Yeah, man, we're honored. Thanks for having us.
Thanks very much
You guys
for
have
doing
been
this
great.
interview with us.
Yeah, nice to meet
so
you
This is
guys.
AAA games. Game is called Shrapnel. So So shrapnel.com.
That's right.
Shrapnel.com.
Shrapnel.com. Check it out. It is a really cool project.
Cheers
that
so much.
I'm more than excited to know about now. So.
Yeah, man. Just
All right.
come hang out in the community.
Stay in touch, yeah.
Be a part of it. Come help us make something amazing.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much for the interview. We
Thank you very
appreciate you
much.
guys immensely. And have a great rest of
Have
the
a
con.
great
Have an
Comic-Con.
awesome con.
Yeah.
Thanks, friends.
All right.
Thank you.
Cool.
Bye.